Do you know how fast you have to run to outrun a ghost? Faster than the person next to you, eh? Wait, you were on my last one, weren't you? Survivors. Right there.
Have you seen a ghost?
You'll find out.
This gentleman helped us take our luggage up, and he was just telling us about the ghosts when our door opened and closed by itself. And we thought it was him.
Yeah.
We thought it was him.
Yeah, she left, went to the door 1 second later. No one in the hallway. His name's Frank.
Yeah.
His name's Frank. You're safe in the lobby, right? You're a mattress in the lobby, you'll be okay. This is a very tense group, I'm not gonna lie, okay? This is gonna be interesting. I feel like some people are waiting to be really scared or they wanna laugh. It's rare that you have people that say they want both, right? Okay, everybody. Welcome to the ghost experience. Follow me. All right, everybody say your last goodbyes. Say goodbye to your... Yeah, goodbye, guys. It was nice knowing you, eh? Thank you. I'll need the luck. My name is Dr. Nigel Arthur Sisk. When do people usually experience the paranormal? Little history. Built in 1889. Burns down in 1914. It's tragic. The one that I want to talk to you about, the man who passed away in the fire, he was a night watchman. He was a security guard. We're going to talk about him in the tunnel system. Tunnel system built 1912. 2 years before the fire. Let's fast forward to 2012 when we took over. We did a $53 million renovation project. When we tore down the walls in the gallery, we found preserved from 1915 blueprints. Amazing, eh? Fantastic. Yeah, they are nice, yeah. They're incredible. And we actually have them all framed and we have them in the gallery to show people the history, our heritage. Sounds good? Ready for the ghost stories? Why are you so serious, guys? Relax. Jeez, breathe. Breathe. Nothing to be afraid of, except the ghost story itself. All right, follow me. You can trust me, I'm a ghost expert. Did I say that before? Have I said that? Okay, good. You can trust me. This is a test to see who has that sixth sense, that gut feeling. Look at on these two walls, what do you see? I want you to look at the pictures and I want you to look very carefully and see if you can find the ghost in one of the pictures, okay? I'll give you a hint in 1 minute. Sounds good? Gotchas. I saw some people panic there for a bit. Yeah. I get them. I get them every time. Do you want a hint? I guess I'll give you a hint. Listen up, everybody. In one of the pictures, there is a child, a young boy. But it's a silhouette, it's a shadow, it's a trace. It's not Casper. You can't see him directly. You kind of have to tilt your head, maybe blink a bit, you'll see him. Let's see. I'll give you another 30 seconds. Sounds good? 30 seconds. I see people really looking. Some of you are really looking down there. Okay, listen up, everybody. Okay, who thinks the ghost is in the beautiful church? No one?
You can't have a ghost in the church.
Yeah, that's true. I'll tell you something interesting. The last ghost story that I will share with you connects to the church, and it connects to the hotel, then it connects to me. I like that. Dun, dun, dun.
You're not the ghost. This is like...
No, I'm not the ghost, I swear. Look at this, beautiful, eh? Look at the view. This is the building in 1905 before the fire. Do you see this? That's the view. I feel so special, thank you. The ghost is not here, the ghost is not here. The Justice Building, no? No one? Oh, sometimes people point at this one, but no, the ghost is not here. Actually, you can visit this in the summer on Frederick Street. It's beautiful.
That building's creepy.
It's so creepy. I've seen it in real life. I don't even look at it anymore. I just go like this. Okay, nice picture, eh? 1924. Ghost is not here. The ghost is not in this picture either, but some people think that this is the ghost, right? Or, I don't even look at it. No. Yeah. The ghost is not here. That means the ghost is on this wall. The ghost is not there. The ghost is not there. The ghost is not in this one. Okay, A or B? A? A? B?
Yes.
B, yes. All right, are you ready? I want everybody to look, and I'm going to show you where he is. But first, you're going to look at where he is. Then, I'm going to give you a bit of an anecdote that happened on the 4th day that I worked here. I'm going to give you a surprise, and then I'll tell you the story about this boy. Sounds good? Yeah. Everybody, take a look. Right on this chair, pointing towards me, there's actually a child, and you'll see the head and the shoulders and the body slouched. I can see it too. A lot of people see him. Everybody, take a closer look. You'll know the story in a bit. You'll know the story of this boy. It's incredible. And this is a true story. I can't even talk about this ghost on Kid's Store because it's a little intense. Does everybody look? So there's the anecdote, the surprise, and then I'll tell you the story. Anecdote, 4th ghost tour. I didn't even know the ghost stories that well on that 4th ghost tour. I had a group of 20. On the 4th ghost tour, I was talking about the church over here, and I had a group of 20. And one child, the child is ignoring me, and he comes up to the photo, and he's looking at it, and he's tilting his head, and then he cuts me off from over here, and he goes, "Excuse me, sir." I said, "Yeah, what's going on?" He says, "I have a question for you." I was like, "Yeah, what's your question?" "Is there a ghost in this picture?" And I said, "Why do you ask?" I put a poker face on, right? Because I knew he was there. I said, "Why do you ask?" He says, "Because I kind of see like a boy sitting on this chair. Is that a ghost?" In front of all the parents, I had to reassure the audience that there was a ghost there, right? They didn't believe me at first. They laughed. I was like, "Yeah, there's a ghost there." And everybody went, "Ha ha!" How did the boy find the ghost? That's the sub-question. You found something, right? But I guided you to find it. That was awesome. Thank you. Yes! Oh, teamwork. That was good. Oh, that was good. Okay, hold on. It's amazing. So listen to this. So the child did something different because he had no guidelines, but he was curious and he found something. So the child discovered something. What you did was you found something that I was pointing you towards. You had guidelines and you walked the path that I wanted you to walk. We did something different, right? Do you agree? But we all ended up finding the ghost. And that's where it gets really interesting. And now I'll tell you the story of the ghost. Is that okay with everybody? It's a tragic story. A boy checks into the hotel in the 1930s, and he had with him a red bouncy ball, and he checked in with his mother. He's playing with the red bouncy ball in the hallways of the hotel. Okay? I thought that was a ghost for a second. And what's interesting is that eventually a worker of the hotel tells the child that you can't play with it in the hallways, the red bouncy ball, right? The mother overheard the conversation from the room. She opened the door and said, "Child, come play with the red bouncy ball in our room." Now she went out to talk to the man. That's when the tragedy happened. The boy was playing with the red bouncy ball and the window was open. The ball was going out the window. What we think happened is that he lunged out for it, fell 4 stories and passed away. To this day, well, passed away, that's a term that's used a lot, but something was left behind in the hotel, we think. Well, I think. What's interesting is that I can't even talk about this ghost story with the kids because it bothers them a bit. what's interesting is that the kids have a different relationship with a ghost than adults do. Let's talk about the kids first. They check into the hotel, you guessed it, they're playing in the hallways, the ball bounces down the hallway, they had no idea who threw it towards them. There are some kids, okay, and they come crying sometimes because apparently the ball is bouncing at a rhythm, almost as if a child's playing with the ball and the ball is being passed to the children, okay? That's an incredible paranormal situation, but there's one that really doesn't make any sense here. Josh, go talk to Josh, he'll tell you the story. Boy comes into the lobby, red bouncy ball. You know where we walked? He's throwing the ball down the gallery at 7:30 in the morning. At 8 o'clock, Josh gets off work because he's a night manager, and he tells the child, you know, you and your buddy can go play with the ball outside if you want. And the child said, sir, I don't even know who I'm playing with, to be honest. So he looks down the hallway, no one's there. The child says, watch this. He throws the ball, and the ball comes back to the child. Now, I'm very skeptical, and Josh is very skeptical, so he examines the ball, right? That's the first thing anybody does. Now, Josh takes the ball, he throws it, and you guessed it, the ball does not come back to Josh. Okay, the only experience that adults have with this spirit, ghost, or entity is that adults see a boy in the hallway crying, looking for his mother. Same description every year. Long sleeve shirt, green pants, red ball in his hand. Same description every year. What's fascinating is that you kneel down, usually with children, to get to their level. Well, what room are you in? And he'll point behind you, and the room is open. The door is open. As you're walking to the door, that's where he kind of disappears, because you look and you say, excuse me, ma'am, your child's out here. And when you look back, he's no longer there. And I've only worked here for almost 1 year. And what's bizarre is that there was an Amber Alert the same week, and there was the same description of the child. Okay, and it's funny because there's a woman that comes down to the front desk. She says, I found my child, and then she leaves. Okay, I don't know. Deep breath, everybody, and breathe out. Okay, let's go into the tunnel system. Sounds good? Follow me, and I'll tell some jokes as we're going. Sounds good? So I like starting out with this ghost story, you know, gets the ball rolling. Oh, we're going to the tunnel. You can trust me, I'm a ghost expert. Follow me. Ooh, this is very old. I'll tell you something interesting. They built the second structure on the original foundation. Don't tell anybody, that usually really gives them the creeps. When we go into the tunnel, you guys are tall, eh? You're gonna have to crouch a little, not a lot. When we go through the tunnel, stay to the left. You said it. 1 point for you. Stay to the... Nice, good job. Okay. When we reach the end of the tunnel, put your back to the wall, and we're gonna cycle through everybody, okay? So I'm gonna bring 4 people. I'm gonna show them another tunnel. They're gonna go to the back of the line. You right here.
Okay.
Okay? We're gonna cycle through everybody. Sounds good?
Okay.
But just look at the tunnel. Do not go on the other side of the chain. You can take a picture. Okay, we are at the end of the tunnel. So we're not gonna go this way. Okay, the first 3, just go right here, and you're just gonna look down that tunnel right there. Do you see it? Yeah, go ahead, you can go right up to the line, it's okay. Okay, have you seen it? It's amazing. I'll talk about this tunnel. It's an incredible tunnel. It has a very interesting history. So take a look and just come right back here, guys, when you're done. Yeah. Yeah, you got a good video of that, eh?
Oh yeah.
It's interesting.
It's a tunnel.
Oh yeah, it's a tunnel. But it's more of a crawl space. You'll see when you're there. Okay, good job, good job. It's interesting, eh? Oh, that was awesome. Nice. That's not planned. Were you the guy that screamed with the high note? He goes, no, no. Tunnel created in 1912. The fire happened in 1914. The poor guy, man, the night watchman passed away in the fire. What's interesting is that he used to walk this tunnel to work and from work. Behind me, okay? Behind me used to be a horse carriage, okay? Used to be a horse carriage. What's interesting is that it's been rebuilt, and now in today's world, okay, it's actually a dorm for the workers. Above us, approximately 50 people during the summer live right above us here. We're not even in the hotel anymore. I'll tell you where we are, and you'll know exactly where we are when I give you the hint. You know the rink as you're coming up the hill on the left-hand side? As you're going down that hill, and the rink will be on your right-hand side, the left-hand side, you will see a garage door. That's the building we're in, the Matthews building. That's what we call it in today's world. Okay, so he used to walk this tunnel, eh? There's 3 different things. You can hear his footsteps. You can hear the pack of keys that were on his right hip, right? Because he had a key for every room. But there's one more thing that I want to mention. There's one more. The signature sound that this guy did was that when he was walking this way, he had his apartment key out. Okay? He would hit it off metal objects, and sometimes if you listen, you can hear it. Like, do you hear it right now? Okay, just give me one more minute. So he would walk this tunnel to work and from work. Now this one over here. Everybody's wondering, right? What is this tunnel? The guy that taught me the ghost tour, the lead bell, he said that this tunnel is actually an evacuation tunnel for VIP guests. You know this, you're on the last one, right? It's fascinating, isn't it? Because this one, right here, we're all VIP. If you're on the ghost tour, you're a VIP guest, okay? See, it was smart to take the ghost tour. Aha. Okay, this tunnel cuts diagonally underneath the field, underneath the restaurant, and this tunnel leads directly to the front desk. We have access to it there. Let's say Justin Bieber's in the building. All right, featuring Shawn Mendes and maybe Camila Cabello, right? Okay, here's where it gets interesting. Let's say we go to Justin Bieber's dorm or his room that he's living in the hotel or whatever. And our RCMP officer says, you know what, we need to get him out of the building. There's a security threat. We can get him out of the building, okay, by bringing him to the other end of the tunnel. We have knee pads and hand pads. He can crawl down this tunnel and get out the back door. Pretty interesting, eh? Now, some people say this. They say, well, you just told us your biggest secret. Now we know there's a tunnel. And I always say this. You think these are the only 2 tunnels? Oh no, people, I see the wheels turning, eh? Because think about it. Look at the geography of the city, of the town. It's on a peninsula. We're at the top of the hill. There's a lot of room for a lot of tunnels. Anyway, that's something to just think about the rest of the ghost tour. Okay, let's get out of here. I'm creeped out. Let's go, okay? Okay, everybody over here. Oh man, I wish there was something here that could scare you, but that's it. Those are all my tricks. Yep.
Thank you.
No, whoa. One more story. I'll make it quick. Okay, so you know the church? Okay, this is the last story. 16 years old. 12 years ago, I had a soccer tournament down the road, and I was staying at the hotel. After the game at 8:50, I was walking up this road on Carlton Street, and as I'm walking by the hotel, and I hear someone crying. And I didn't know where it was coming from, but as I kept walking towards the hotel, I could hear it more clearly, and I looked up on the garden patio, which is on the 2nd floor. Go check it out in the summertime, not right now. I hear someone crying. I look up, I see a woman. I run around the building. I go to my parents. Mom, Dad, there's a woman crying in the garden patio. Okay, what do you want us to do? That's what my parents say. I was like, well, can we go check on her? And my dad said, well, she must be here with someone. I said, no, she was alone. So I left the room. My father followed me, and we went to the garden patio. It was about 9 o'clock. No one was there. So my dad's asking me questions now, like, what was she wearing? White dress. Yeah, had a veil, white dress. But anyway, he leaves the garden patio and I become a bit of a Sherlock. So I go over to the ledge where she was crying, and directly where she was crying, little droplets of tears on the railing, okay? So I leave the hotel, and I've never actually stayed at the hotel since then. I've been here for events and then I drive home. First day on the job, I do the ghost tour. I'm fine until the last story. And the lead bellman goes, okay, everybody, we're gonna talk about the most prevalent ghost in the hotel. And I'm like, what's this one about? And he says, we're gonna talk about the crying bride, okay? I didn't know this story until like a year ago, okay? And I had shivered, I was goosebumps, I was amazed. Here's the story. Her and her husband, they come up and they boat from Maine. He's a fisherman, they're in love. They come here to get married. A few days before the wedding, he goes out to fish. He doesn't make it home that night. There's a storm. The next day, he's not there. He doesn't make it to the rehearsal, doesn't make it to the wedding. We don't know what happened to him. He could have died at sea. Or he took a run for it, you know what I mean? So it's unfortunate. But what's interesting is what she did. She left the wedding, she went to her room on the 4th floor, and she cried a lot. And if you read the history of the Passamaquoddy Bay, okay, she supposedly died in the room and cried herself to death. It's not true. You look at the newspaper, completely different story. She actually jumped from the 4th floor and passed away. She committed suicide. She died. Well, died's used a lot, right? Something was left behind, right? There has to be something, right? What we notice is that people will check into the room, they feel a presence right away. At night, we get phone calls to the front desk. Can you check on the girl next door? She's crying. We check to see if there's anybody in the room. Nobody's checked into the room. A lot of these weird coincidences, right? You check into the room, you go to bed. The closet door opens at night. You close it, it opens. When you open the door, there's a dress, a wedding dress. You go to put the lights on, you go back to the closet and it's no longer there. A lot of things appearing and disappearing. This guy checks into the hotel 9:45 and he says, I'll meet you at the room. So I bring all his stuff to the room. And before I go in, I notice it's that room. I waited at the door 25 minutes for this guy to come up. And he says, oh, you know, you could have left everything in there. And I was like, oh, like the company. It's like, I'm bringing the stuff in. I swear, this is what he says. He says, I heard you got a haunted hotel. Yeah, we got a haunted hotel here, man. Yeah, and I'm lifting up. Yeah, I even heard you got some haunted rooms. Yeah, we got those too, because I'm not allowed to say anything, right? Next morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, buddy comes down, bags under his eyes. Hey, how was your night, sir? It was terrible. I've been in hotels for 3 months. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, what's up? He said, you know, it's funny, when I checked in the room, the windows were very small, but in this dream I had, I woke up and the windows were actually a Juliet balcony. And I was like, okay, keep going. What's going on? He said, I woke up and I swear I saw a woman in a white dress looking back at me, and I put the lights on and she was no longer there, and the windows went back to being these little square windows. And I was like, that's interesting. Anyway, he left. Just a side note, he doesn't know any of the ghost stories of this hotel. He didn't even do the ghost tour, which is kind of interesting, eh? Okay, remember the question? When do we experience the paranormal, usually?
We're between sleeping and waking.
Oh, wow, that's an interesting one.
Gonna go to Amy's film horror movie, 3 o'clock.
Yeah, 3 o'clock, switching hours. Anybody else? The time reference answer, anybody? Raise your hand. No. What about you? When you're not expecting it? Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And you? Nighttime. What? Oh, repeat your answer. When you're alone. That's my answer. We're gonna elaborate on that in a second. What's your answer?
I don't have one right now.
What about you?
Oliver.
At night.
When you're alone.
When you're alone, another one. When you're waking up, when you're alone. Listen to this answer I heard over the summer. A woman, she says to me, in front of everybody, she said, you know what? We see them when we need them the most in life. And I was like, what do you mean? When you need a ghost, when you need that, it'll happen to you, but you can't go looking for it.
Dying.
My answer was alone. Okay, it's interesting. Here's my theory. Maybe ghosts have been pulling pranks on us for a very long time. They only reveal themselves when we're alone because they don't want us to have reassurance on what we see. And then some people, they say this to me. Well, maybe you're psyching yourself out. What sense of perception are we supposed to trust then? You're telling me that what I'm seeing is not there, what I'm hearing is not sound, what I feel is not real? Okay, thank you for participating, but hold on. Have empathetic understanding for the paranormal situations that others have lived through. You didn't see what they saw, right? You didn't witness it. So you have to ask questions. You have to be polite. You have to get out of the mindset of proving or disproving. Try understanding first. And one last thing, I love saying this to every group, okay? And you know, you guys are a really good group, but from the bottom of my heart, from the hotel to the guest, I like to say, sleep tight. And that's my ghost tour. Thank you, everybody. That's all I got. That's it, yeah. Yeah, that was good, that was good. Yeah, thank you. Sleep tight, have a good night.
So we're telling him about the mermaid stuff, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you'll have to come see my ghost tour." Da da da. And like we put everything down, and he's not with us. We're waiting for him, and the door like opens and closes, and like very like as if it's a person, right? Like and so we all look, and I'm like.
She went to the door. I didn't go to the door.
So
I'm
I
smart,
go to the door and I open it, and there's literally nobody there, and I just look at them and I'm like, the ghost? Like, shut the door.
What room are you in?
340.